You have to guard your thoughts. You have to guard the messages that you accept into your body and your mind and your belief systems and your values, because they define how you see the world and how you feel. So mindset, well, for me at least anyway, is how you show up. Now, I'm very thankful, and gratitude is a huge thing. The moment you stop giving gratitude is the moment that you go down the spiral. And I did that several times. In the last 5 or 6 months, I've been down the spiral. I've been a weeping mess on the bean bags. I don't think anyone's immune to this. So it's, there's definitely that. So it's the way that you show up. Now, I did a great course last year that was an entrepreneur's course. And really, when you look into the world right now, you've got some people who are pivoting and they're really doing some really cool stuff, and it's way over here and they're happily getting on with it. And there's other people who feel absolutely paralyzed and helpless and that. So that comes down to mindset. It's how you perceive your current situation. It's how you have access to your resources, and you have many, many resources. But when you're in a stressed, fearful, minimized, unconfident, like if you're in that space, you cannot access that resource. So the point is to be in the state that is resourceful and able to be seeing things in a different way. Someone sees a challenge, another one sees an opportunity, and it literally is two sides to the coin. So mindset is how you're approaching life. And there's some quick hacks that we can do, even if you haven't done your hundreds of hours of personal development course and the rest of it. Think about how we operate as a human. So you have to really, and I learned this a long time ago, you have to guard your thoughts. You have to guard the messages that you accept into your body and your mind and your belief systems and your values, because they define how you see the world and how you feel. So, I've got a lot of people doing doomsday. I've got some people doing conspiracy theory. I've got other people doing, everything's going to be all right. I've got some people just absolutely, really, really depressed and all of those things. So all of that comes to mindset. So my tips would be, if change and changing the way that you think and do, and if you've done something for a very long time, I would start by just managing the behaviors that feed into that whole mechanism. So be very mindful of what goes into your mind first thing in the morning. What are the footprints that go through your mind first thing in the morning? And it shouldn't be everyone else. It shouldn't even be a news feed or how many people died today. Can you imagine imprinting on your brain the very first thing of that day? How many people died? How bad the world is? How many news channels? The political election coming up? I mean, if that's what's going into your brain, that then becomes the filter for the day. And you look for all the stuff that feeds into that. And you don't have any chance of saying, what about me? What good can I do today? So that would be my first thing, is all the filters, everything that comes into you, be very mindful of it. I only follow certain news things. I don't have my whole day with the counter in the corner, and I don't have all the bad news flashing up around me. I have, of course I do check on the news, but I only do it twice a day at certain times. I don't sit there and agonize over it, because I can't do anything about that. I can only manage my energy and the people that I contribute to in the world. So be very mindful of what's coming in. I'd say another thing that I would do is then you have to get in service. You have got to do something that is in action and is helping others. You guys have published prolific resources, for no money. You're not sitting there making money out of this at all. You are out there trying to help people, and that gives you energy, because it's helping people. I started filming Badass Bullets in the middle of the night, because it was like a full-time job in the end. But I did that. I started it, and then it was a bit of an accident, actually. I thought, I'd just better reach out and just see how everyone's doing. So I did it, and then I got such great response. I thought, oh shit, I've just created another job for myself. But it gave me, and I literally was filming at 12 and 1 and 2 in the morning, because even getting together 10 or 20 minutes of content, it's all the famous people have script writers and people doing this all day long. So it was a job, but it was a job I loved, because I would do it and I'd be provocative. I was just me. I was swearing, I was cussing, I was like, well, I heard this conspiracy theory today, and I heard that, and what do you guys think about this? And fuck Trump, all of this sort of stuff. So I was out there just being me, and that was resonating. And it's amazing, of all the messages I put out there, different people hooked onto different bits of it. It was fascinating. And it really gave me, even the ones I thought, oh God, that was a bit lame, that one, it was like, oh, that was the best one ever. It really spoke to me. So I learned to get over my judgment of things, not to assume things, and actually to just keep giving in the way that I could give. And like you, it was there was nothing else about it other than I want to reach out, tell people how I'm feeling, and just let them know how to be. And then I would also bring in some mindset, which I put into CALM, CALM. So I got it down to, if people can connect every day, and Zoom, I've got a deeper relationship with my family because of COVID. I have deeper relationships with my colleagues around the world because of COVID. I'm having more happy hours, more, or all of these things that I couldn't normally do because you save it until you're in person. So connect with people. And so if you're stuck right now, reach out to 5 people, just make it a rule. Just 5 people or someone you admire. I've never had such access to CEOs. I've never had such access to so many people in my life because they're all stuck behind a computer looking for an interesting conversation. So connect is my first one. A is act. You have got to be in motion. You have got to be doing something. Now, I know that we've all been stuck in our homes and stuff like that, but what can you do given the skill set you have, given the tribe you have, given the things that you can contribute to the world? What can you do that helps someone? Maybe for no other reason. What can you do to move forward? Or learn something. Everyone went through, I'm learning to knit, I'm learning to at least it's a skill, at least it's something to take your mind off, and it's something that you're mastering during these times. So act, do something, become activists. I mean, we've had Black Lives Matter, we've had so many things piling in. Act, say something, be more than what you've been in the past. So that was that one, CAL. L is for laugh, and this is a tough one if you're feeling down, but very, very important. If we lose our access to joy and to humor. So I mean, I just go to the easy bits there. I'll go to the stand-up comics. We've got so much stuff on, online that we can watch. Maybe there's people that make you laugh. So I just think you've got to keep that energy up. We've been very careful in our family to keep fear out of the household. We do not want our kids to be experiencing fear every day. And we live in a bit of a bubble. We're in LA, the weather's quite nice. And, we have our bubble that we operate with. But laugh. So laugh and keep it light. And then the last one is move. So this is our industry. We know that movement helps you shift energy. It helps you shift stuck energy. You have an opportunity. You've got access to the best people in the world. You can do all your training and move every day and be outside. I think that's been one of the big trends. We don't have enough sunlight. And when you don't get enough sunlight, you also get depressed because your whole cycle is off, circadian rhythm, etc. So those are some of the things that I was pumping out there just in my authentic way, and it had a really great response, actually.
Hey everybody, Jessica LaChance here. Do you want more business education for your fitness studio or wellness business? Subscribe to our YouTube channel or our email newsletters, and we'll see you here soon.